I was just reading my manga in the dark. See, I got the green lights and the glow in the dark stuff. It's what I like to do. Anyway, thanks. How's it going? I'm Dr. Alchemist M.F.A. This is Dr. Dictionary, and we are back with another One Piece chapter review. And this is going to be chapter 49, Storm. I'm just excited, so we're just going to go ahead and get to it. For our cover story, we do not have an update from Buggy, but what we do have is Nami with a pigeon. Yep, an oversized pigeon rooster blend, right? And this pigeon rooster has a marine hat, right? And, you know, they're just chilling, having a good time, and we see Luffy's straw hat behind them on the mailbox. Hey, adopt a pigeon, use a pigeon. It used to be good for mailing. Anyway, Krieg's armada was wrecked by one man. Jin is still freaking out. Zeph says it had to be him. Had to be Hawkeye. And everyone's like, what? Hawkeye? You said his eyes were like a hawk's. That's proof enough. But what he did to your ships, it had to be him, Zeph says. Hawkeye? Who's he? Beats me, Luffy says. That was Usopp talking. He's the man I've been looking for. Zoro, you want to meet this man? Do you think you could beat him right now? I don't know. This is scary. Luffy's like, what? Johnny said he comes here, Zoro says. And now the cooks start talking and chiming in because they overheard the conversation with Usopp, Luffy, and Zoro. Don't know about old Hawkeye, but old Red Eyes was here. Hey, he drank so much wine, his eyes turned red. Then the fool caught fire and exploded. Yeah, what a sight. Even that Hawkeye you were hunting goes there. So he recalls back to what Johnny was saying to Zoro. But apparently it's not Hawkeye, it's Red Eyes. The guy that apparently gets so drunk his eyes get red. And so Zoro's like, that sea snake, he lied to me. That's the main reason I wanted to be here. And Luffy kind of looked like, hey, what did Johnny do? Zoro's like, hey, bro, nothing, chilling. So he beat the whole armada? Sanji asks. Did you do something to make him mad? Jin says, not that I know of. He just attacked. Then come to find out, maybe you interrupted his nap. So you're telling me a pirate capsized all these ships because of a nap? He has to be crazy. And he's by himself, solo dolo. And Jin yells, that's not funny. He murdered my crewmates. Zeph yells, calm down. I wasn't joking. That's the kind of place the Grand Line is. Anything can happen there. Woohoo! I've got goosebumps. A place where anything can happen. And Usopp, so Luffy, of course, is excited to go to Grand Line. Usopp is like, hey, please, for once, think of the danger, please. Zoro's excited too. Now I know where I have to go, to the Grand Line. That's where I'll find him. Sanji is, listening to the people and like, hey, you fools, you'll both be killed as soon as you get there. Sure enough, but Dylan saw me, Zoro says. So you see, they kind of started a little tick for tag. Sanji's like, hey, why'd you go there? Everybody's winding up dead or being destroyed or whatever, right? But Straw Pirates are strong. They'll be just fine. They still need to level up, but they're very strong. The day I decided to be the world's greatest swordsman, I gave myself up for dead. Nobody calls me a fool but me. I have my reasons. I respect that from Zoro. So yeah, if you're gonna call yourself the greatest swordsman or fight to become the greatest swordsman, you know that you have to go to the strongest place to fight the strongest people. It's only right. So Luffy's like, me too, me too. Usopp, for once, is like, as a man, I must agree. And Zoro hits him on his head with his sword. Exactly. Stupid, Sanji says. You lame brains, do you realize what kind of trouble we're in? So then Patty get everybody on board, right? Patty's like, hey, do you know what kind of trouble we're in? Right out there, them Seawolves are reviving themselves aboard pirate Admiral Don Krieg's galleon. They're the most savage pirates in the Eastern Seas. If you want to dream, do it after the crisis is over. Hey, focus, we're about to get in a huge fight. So we cut to Don Krieg's ship, and we're seeing all the pirates gouging and being gluttonous and just feeding themselves and howling. Ooh, I don't know why they're howling, but they're like, yes, we're revived. Thank God we're saved. It's a miracle. We've escaped our doom. And then Don Krieg's like, yes, and now we can return to the Grand Line. And it's like record stop. Everyone's looking like, whoa, 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 whoa. And Don Krieg, what's the frowns? Why are the frowns? Return to certain death? Boom! Don Krieg shoots. He's like, hey, bro, anybody else want to talk? Are we in agreement? And now they're like, roar, yes. Now let's abandon this hulk and board the restaurant ship. A bunch of hooligan cooks can't stop us. And so now the cooks are hearing all this, because they're getting ready to come over, right? They're coming. That's their battle cry. We must defend our restaurant. Okay? So now all the cooks, all the Straw Hat Pirates are ready, right? Stand down, you cooks. And so now the Don Krieg pirates are rushing onto the restaurant, ready to take everything. And then boom! Slice! We get a full page spread. I haven't seen nothing like this. It's so much detail. But you have the Baratie, which is, we decided, I think is like 1/3 of the Don Krieg's armada ship, flagship ship, right? Flagship ship. Say that 3 times. Flagship ship, flagship ship, flagship ship. But someone just sliced the Don Krieg's ship in half. Like, I really couldn't comprehend it when I first read it, but it's crazy. And now it's sinking. Whoa, what was that? What happened? Don Krieg is like, oh my God. Everybody else is like, what the hell? Don Krieg, the ship, they're yelling at Don Krieg. It's listing. I assume listing means sinking. My flagship galleon? But how? How could that be? And so, 1, 2, they sliced it in like 3 sections. So where the sail is up top, you see 3 of them. 3 slices. So the front section, slice, then another sail, slice. So, because there's 3 sails on it. This is crazy. Luffy sprints outside because Nami, Johnny, Yosaku are on our ship. So if Don Krieg's ship got hit Going Merry, we just got to Going Merry. Oh my God. It may be too late. And so Usopp hops up and starts sprinting too because he has a personal connection to it. Zeph says, weigh the anchor. They want our restaurant. Yes, sir. And as the Straw Pirates get outside, we see Johnny and Yosaku swimming. And I know they can swim, but all this commotion is bringing tidal waves, and they're like, oh my God, Yosaku, Johnny, you okay? Where's our ship? Where's Nami? Sorry, brother, Zoro, they're gone. Come to find out, Nami took the ship and the treasure and ran off. Why and where did she go? Did it have something? What triggered her? Was it the picture, the wanted poster? Or what happened? But we have no explanation. The Straw Pirates are like, what? She took the ship? What happened? And then, out in the water, Zeph notices, uh-oh, it's him. And we see this silhouette with the Three Musketeers hat. He's on like a sail, like a little, just a raft with a sail. But on his back is a cross. And that's the end of the chapter. This was a great chapter. Put in the comments, like, who is this Hawkeye? Do you think that's Hawkeye? I think that's Hawkeye. And they're about, I mean, he's sliced 3 times, so he must be a swordsman. So we put 2 and 2 together. Is this the guy Zoro's been looking for to fight that just... I know Zoro's strong, but Zoro can't take out the ship right now. Maybe post-time skip, but not pre-time skip. And he sliced it 3 times. 1, 2. Well, into 3 pieces. I don't know, guys. Well, I'm excited to see what happens next week. Let's talk about it in the comments. I really appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I enjoy these chapters, but I really enjoy y'all being with me. This is Dr. Alchemist M.F.A, the Neo Scholar, with another One Piece chapter reviews with Dr. Dictionary PhD. I will see y'all later.
Yeah, alchemy. Welcome to the new syllabus, a scholar with the illest fit. Dr. Alchemist M.F.A, that's the knowledge I exhibit. Creatures in this world, I call them my whole curriculum. Some for the battle, some for the bond, my analysis meticulous. I study them for profession, yeah, I gotta test and check them all. Yeah, I gotta check them all!